want to talk about the RV industry and what a shit show it is. I'm telling you, anybody that's been in this lifestyle definitely knows what I'm talking about. And any of the new people that are getting into this, you need to watch these videos and more channels like our channel that tells you what it's really like. I mean, a lot of this, I guess, when you think about it, is kind of common sense. You know, we bought this RV and you look up on top of this thing, it's got 3 air conditioners, and you're thinking, you know, you walk in there and they're bragging, you got 3 air conditioners, and you're thinking, okay, that's cool, you know. But in my mind, I should have been thinking, sorry about the vehicle driving by, I should have been thinking, why do I need 3 air conditioners to cool down this little thing? Well, probably because the damn thing is not built as efficient as you think it is. Now, this is nothing against Riverstone, folks. I guarantee you that this Riverstone is far better than most of them out there with these 3 1/4 inch walls and the insulation that it has in it. Just imagine, I can't imagine if you're one of you folks that have one of these other RVs that don't have nearly what this does. And maybe that's why I hear stories that their air conditioners won't even keep their fifth wheel cold. This fifth wheel, 100 degrees out here in eastern Colorado, I can keep it 73. But you would think, as small as this thing is, I don't know how many square footage is, I'm sure it's less than 400 square foot or whatever, but just imagine 3 air conditioners. I mean, maybe 2 of those add up to the air conditioner I had doing our whole house. And I understand, you know, so many others say, well, that's stick built. Well, they've been building these things for 100 years. You're telling me this is the best we can do in 100 years? That we can't make this stuff better than it is? I mean, something that'll hold the heat better, or, you know, more efficient? Because I'm not feeling it. And the reason you're getting this video today is because I'm back in the cold weather again. And all summer made me forget about it. Now, I know there's going to be somebody out there that says, well, you need to skirt that thing. You know, skirting that thing is fine if it's going to stay somewhere permanently or for a long period of time. But if you're getting into this lifestyle, you're doing this because you want to travel around and see different parts of the country. But every now and then you're going to get caught somewhere in a snowstorm and you're going to have to deal with this. And last night it was 12 degrees, but with the wind chill, it was 2 degrees. One of my bathrooms froze up again, and that's partially my fault because I turned the heat down because I was dying in the bedroom the 2 nights before. What they don't tell you when you buy these fifth wheels, what they do is they bring you in, set you down, show you that nice fireplace, get you all set down on that pleather furniture. Sorry, that's kind of funny, but, and click on that fireplace and let you, the awe of it, you know, and you fall for it. And then they tell you, now you can use that to heat your fifth wheel to save on propane. And then they sell you a heater that goes in your bathroom and tell you the same story. But sorry folks, not the bathroom, the bedroom. I suppose you could put one in the bathroom. In fact, I did have one in one of my bathrooms in my first fifth wheel because that's where we dried all our stuff at, and I put it in there. So I did do that, but it's probably what I was thinking. But anyways, let's get back to the story here. They tell you all that stuff, but what they don't tell you is these compartments got the forced heat that goes down in there to keep your lines from freezing. You have to run your furnace to do that. So if you turn your fireplace on and you turn your heater in your bedroom on to save on propane, now your furnace doesn't kick on enough and those areas get cold and your pipes freeze up. Now, this is what I don't understand. All these years and all this technology, and we can't come up with a better idea than that? I mean, let's go over here once. Take a look at this. Okay, we got this nice heated hose that we need to have this heated hose so that our water doesn't freeze up out here getting to the fifth wheel. Okay, why is our water lines inside the fifth wheel not have something like this? Now, I'm throwing this video out there because I know a lot of people have been doing this for years where I got out of it. And has anybody went in there and took their lines and wrapped them with heat tape so they can flip a switch when it gets super cold and solve this problem? And then you can turn your heat down, save on propane, run those other heaters you got in there or a space heater, and save a lot of money because you're already paying for electricity at these places you go to. So I think it's an awesome idea. But for some reason we don't have that. Or if you're gonna design this fifth wheel, can't you design where you run all the water lines and it has its own kind of heating system in there to solve this problem? Because I'm telling you folks, this stuff just gets to me. I mean, I do not understand. And yes, if you paid full price for this thing, you paid $200,000, and you know we didn't, but I know some people did. And first of all, This thing's probably worth 80,000 now, not even a year later, because how bad the market is. So when you get into this world, you're automatically going to lose money. And I hear people all the time going, oh, I bought my stick house, didn't lose money. Well, that's not what this is about. This is about the freedom that they sell you. They sell you the freedom. They sell you the whole package, all the driving the country, exploring and all that. First of all, me and Robin have been exploring way before we bought this thing. You do not need this thing to explore. In fact, I think you should buy like one of those vans, those big vans that you can travel around in if you really, really want to explore. But now if you have kids and you have dogs and animals and you need something bigger and you don't want to get rid of everything you own and live out of a backpack, basically, you have to go fifth wheel deal. And and that's what we did. And but I'm telling you, efficiency wise, they have done a crappy job. And that's what this video is about. I want to know what you've done to solve these problems, because I'm not going to skirt this thing and stick 2 heaters under there and keep doing that every time I go someplace. I want to make it so I don't have to deal with this anymore. But I don't want to spend $40 in propane every 3 days, because this is a big unit, and that's what you're going to have to do, folks. So if you come across our channel and you come across this video and you're thinking about going full-time life in this type of unit, and I don't care what unit it is, they're all basically the same. I went with this because I wanted the better frame, the better walls, the better insulation. I wanted the full paint because I didn't want this thing fading 3 years from now and looking like crap. So yes, we paid for that. And don't get me wrong, Riverstone people, anything out there when it comes to these things, they're all going to have problems because they use other people's stuff inside them, and that's where the problems are. But I think Riverstone did a great job. But if Riverstone comes across our videos and wonder why I'm complaining all the time, is because you guys want to be the best, then be the best. Make these changes. First of all, fix this lower thing on your fifth wheels. This cheap shit shouldn't be here. So I wouldn't have to deal with this hail if you'd have just made it all the way the same all the way down. That's a way to make your stuff better. Turn around and get this piping, because I'm telling you, last year, my problems were in the kitchen freezing up all the time. This time it was the center bathroom. And that's just because I turned the heat down in the bedroom, because I actually wanted to have a good night's sleep and not sweat to death. So, folks, if you have one of these, you're going to stay in cold weather, kick that thing up to about 76, 78 degrees, and you can handle 0 weather. If not, you're going to have to skirt it or make some changes. So, Riverstone, fix that. Run this piping through somehow where it doesn't need to have that forced heat on it all the time, and we can make it where it can stay warm and it doesn't have those problems, so you can bring that temperature down, make this thing more efficient for all of us. This is what you need to do. I don't know if the heat tape idea, this is just something that popped into my mind. So maybe if somebody else has done this, I might just go inside this thing, run heat tape all down my stuff, set me up a switch somewhere so when I'm in these cold conditions, I can just flip that switch. Don't have to worry about it, and we don't have to sit in our underwear and sweat like we're in a sauna just to keep it so we can take a shower the next day, folks. So I know it's a bitch session from Bill, and it is, because I'm telling you, sometimes I just get fed up with it. Oh, living the dream, right? Remember, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you like what me and Robin are doing on the channel, subscribe to the channel. And guess what? We're going to be heading to Pennsylvania pretty soon. So this big rig is getting back on the road. So wait for those adventures.